Own show. Are we shocked that Marvel and Netflix could not figure out their ish? We're not shocked at all. There was big money being thrown around in the back. We don't know what the contract negotiation was about. We do know that there were 5 Marvel shows on Netflix, and the last 3 have been canceled. If you look at the Rotten Tomatoes, the first season of Punisher was critically viewed better, and the fan base seemed to love it more. The second season is more of a mixed bag as far as all the ratings have kind of gone down. But I would actually argue with that. This is actually a better season of season 1 as far as the true essence of Punisher. I thought Frank really got to the point of his character, which was pain and is being challenged in a certain way. So I think that for Punisher fans and fans of the series as a whole, I think this is a better season. I enjoyed it more, even though the Rotten Tomatoes story is kind of a little bit different. This season did have some hiccups. I would say that the fact that they took the storyline of John the Preacher and the storyline of Billy Russo and they tied them together and then they actually did it intersect was a weird choice. In the middle of the season when they were in the woods, it just got really good and we thought Punisher was going to take out this John guy, this preacher guy in the woods, and he took out all his men. The action was up here. We were like, yes, we're getting going, right? And all of a sudden there was a pause. Madani shows up in the helicopter and he whisks Frank away and Amy to New York City. There was like a really big slowdown in the season, in the middle of the season, episode 4, episode 5, a big slowdown, and then we basically picked up with the story of Billy Russo and a psychiatrist. So I would say that was a hiccup, because if you're gonna stop the series right there in the middle and pause the story of John and Amy, then why not have John and Amy and Billy Russo intersect? There was no intersection there. And usually in shows you see this, that when there's 2 storylines, they always end up crashing at the end. But I'm not sure if it's original to say that it didn't crash, because Billy Russo and John ended up not meeting at all and they did not intersect. And I feel like that was an odd choice as far as the writing, because it kind of slowed down the progression of the season. They could have easily ended John's story in the middle and then picked up with Billy Russo, and I thought that would have been more satisfying, rather than leaving John in the middle and just like this whole story with Amy kind of cluttered the whole Billy Russo drama. Anyway, I think that was a hiccup. But besides that, I really enjoyed this season in particular. I thought the body count was way up, and I thought that Frank really got to figure out his issues. At the end, we got a perfect ending, I think, not just for season 2, but for the whole series, because Billy Russo is dead. We know that Agent Medina is becoming a CIA agent, so she's off out of country. So we definitely got an ending for her character. We know that John's gonna raise his kids, because Punisher actually gave him a chance. So we're done with his character, and we know Curtis is finally gonna get a good night of sleep, right? Because Curtis deserves a good night of sleep, y'all. Come on. So we got endings for all those characters, and we know that Frank is going to become the Punisher that we know from the comics. So this ending, even though it was ambiguous with him shooting up these gangsters, we definitely know that it's a good ending for Punisher, because we know this is all kind of like a prequel leading up to Frank becoming the Punisher we know. And it's also open enough that if they do renew it for season 3, that they could pick up right here and tell a whole brand new story. So there's no clutteredness, there's no loose ends from season 2. I really appreciate the fact that they ended everything and they closed it up nicely for the fans. Not what we got for Luke Cage. I would say there's some loose ends definitely in Daredevil, and definitely in Iron Fist, a lot of loose ends. So even though let's say they canceled the show, at least we got a proper ending, and we can't say that for the other 3 shows. I think the Burnt Out, he did a great job with this character. It's definitely my favorite Punisher compared to all the movie Punishers that they have so far, and I'm really hoping that there is some type of light down the line for these characters, maybe on a Disney streaming service. So if that's something that they're thinking about doing when the rights revert back to Disney, I'm not sure what the contractual agreements are. I'm hoping it does happen. But anyway, that's just my thoughts, guys. What did you guys think? Give me a comment. Let me know what you think about this season 2 of The Punisher, which I thought was a great season. As always, guys, Tone Show. Woo!
Remember to like and subscribe for more Tone Show.